Hello, good day. Thank you for joining Magoo today. Today we're going to discuss how to best get your pirated shit. The other video I did covered XDCC bots and how to grab your stuff from XDCC bots, which is great if you have technical savvy and yada yada. Most people enjoy using torrents. Now, torrents are still sort of secure, much better than other alternatives. A lot of people are using Kodi, and that's fine. Good for you. I find that a lot of the streams don't work. And for instance, this came up the other day. Your apps might be turning your device into um, becoming a part of a botnet. What we can read right here is this just happened, reported on February 3rd by Torrent Freak here. We could go several lines of code were added to the Exodus plugin, which contacted external sites. That's normal, but in this case, the lines in question were targeting um, the resources of the developer of this app's adversaries. So people he didn't like were being targeted by Exodus users. So basically, you're turning your internet connection into something he can use to for whatever his own purposes. So to get away from that, obviously you're going to want to use open source apps and tried and true methods to get your stuff. So what I suggest is torrents. Now, there are two different types of torrent sites. A lot of you probably used to use Kick-Ass torrents, and you might be familiar with what I'm looking at now. Okay, so they took that site down. Buddy got arrested, from what I remember. But they do have a mirror. Okay, it's called kat.how, and you can go there and that's a public torrent site. Now, even if you're using a VPN, I mean, it's public, so I don't like it just because there's a lot more people involved, and when you get too many people, usually there's a few stupid ones in there, so you want to stay away from um, public torrent sites, in my opinion. Now, I brought up one example of a private torrent site here because this is the one I'm willing to basically burn. I don't really care if, everybody knows my username or whatever. So, I do have one invite on here. If anybody wants to contact me, I can get you invited and you can start using it. The beauty of private torrent sites is these seeders, there might not look like there's many of them. However, a lot of them are using seed boxes. What seed boxes are little servers that are in data centers connected to, in this case, these guys host on a 2 gigabit platform, I believe. Yeah, 2 gigabit, right? Unlimited traffic, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so what seed boxes do is they basically release you from the liability of hosting the content, right? So these guys, which I believe they're in OVH, I might be wrong. They could be LeaseWeb. I don't really remember. I did use them a while ago. They work great, and they had IRSSI stuff in there, which gave me an announce bot in my IRC channel. It's pretty cool, nonetheless. That might be something you want to look into. However, you can still use your home computer, right? Grab the torrent, for instance. Let's grab one. These guys, I used to do the naked news and post it to a bot. These are girls out of Toronto, I think, that do the news in the buff every day. But I'm a big fan of Jesus, and took me aside and basically told me not to repost that stuff anymore. So I don't know. Let's get black sales. Okay, so you just download the torrent. This is on a Linux system, so it might be a bit different for you. And bada bing. Right, and then it's like, what do you want to do? And I'm gonna go grab this black sales. Okay. Cyberwar, no file. Anyway, I was big into that Cyberwar thing. That was kind of cool. And then, yeah, it starts coming in, right? So, torrents are good because right now this transmission is an app that came with my Linux operating system. I know that, you know, it's open source, it's peer reviewed by other people, and they're sure that there's no fuckery going on, you know? So, anyhow, I'm going to stop that since I don't want it. It's good to use torrents. You can find all kinds of tutorials on the internet, I imagine, on how to actually get torrents. The point of why I'm getting you here today is I have a unique service that nobody else is offering. What you'll see here is a ranked system. Okay? Now, what I mentioned to you is there's a difference between public and private torrent sites. Okay? This is a list of the private ones. Okay? I know a few of these. I can check. XS, I don't remember what they are. RTT, DH, AR is alpha ratio, DH is digital hive, IPT is IPT torrent or IP torrents. And as you can see here, okay, so what I did is I had the announce bot for torrent day. They're not actually ranked on this bot, but what I have is the bot announcing from their announce channel. So it says, okay, you can estimate that they're in like basically 8th in the world for speed, right? How soon? Okay, so what you tell here is it came out 12 seconds ago. Okay, this Halicon whatever TV show transferred to XS's servers at 48.25 megabytes a second, and within 12 seconds from its release, it was ready to be downloaded. This is another difference that you're going to see between private torrent sites and public trackers. All right, you're going to be able to access this scene content extremely fast because everything's on bots and it transfers faster than humans can make torrents and such. So it's available pretty much immediately. And you know, I mean, the public sites are pretty good too. You're probably looking at like maybe 5 or 10 minutes before it's available. But if you want to get your e-penis out and throw it on the table, then you can, you know, get on some of these ranked sites and start being elite about it. So, for instance, we don't know. I don't remember what XS is, so I think my bot should be echoing properly. Let's check out what XS is. Site XS. Okay, extreme speeds. There's their website, and ooh, 666, nasty. There's the racing stats that came in first this many times, yada yada yada. So this is why I thought it was kind of cool to check it out and see who's the fastest, who's the best in the world. And you want to get on those sites and try and explore what they have to offer as much as possible and know that your safety is secure because you're joined by a bunch of people that are more intelligent than the people using public trackers, such as the Pirate Bay, which apparently has recently been shut down in Sweden, if I read the news report correct. Pirate Bay landmark court ruling 2 hours ago. Okay, here we go. See? Swedish court has made a major internet service provider halt its users' access for 3 years. There you go. So Sweden just blocked it, which is known for being a very wide open site. So the less people that really know about the site, the better. And that's what's good about private trackers. Okay, not a lot of people know about them, and you know, it's good to get in the know and keep yourself secure so that your source for free shit never goes away. That's 10 minutes. Take her easy.